Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. If anybody's not aware of this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, we're going to be looking at MMTLP with some important updates, including changes proposed with the SEC. We're also going to be looking at the latest developments with regard to MMAT, metamaterials, and also be looking at a review of this week's weekly watch list. So stay tuned for that. Before we get started, let's have a quick look at what's happening in the market. So headline here, first of all, from Bloomberg. We can see here it states that case for stocks is seen in the model showing economic bottom is in the past. So there is a suggestion here. Obviously, we know the US economy hit an all-time low around about December 2022. Potentially going forward, that could also be good news in terms of recovery still continuing from that low. On other news, obviously, this is also now going to be a big week for earnings, and we have Netflix, Tesla, Bank of America, amongst many others declaring earnings. So if we have a look at the anticipated earnings here, we also have others such as IBM, we have Ali Plus, SAP, Procter & Gamble, including Netflix and Tesla, as already mentioned. I am now back from a vacation. I'm going to start by having a look at the $25 million public offering from metamaterials. In terms of the market, the reaction to this kind of news is never good, and we did see the stock go down quite significantly. So in terms of my opinion, I think obviously revenue needs to improve quite significantly. I also think it may not have reached the bottom. So in terms of opportunities, definitely a good opportunity for buying, or also a good opportunity for averaging down. So let's have a look at the details with regard to this public offering. We're looking at just in excess of 83 million shares of its common stock and warrants, in terms of the public offering price, we're looking at around about 30 cents per share plus the accompanying warrant. So Meta has now granted the underwriters a 30-day allocation with an option to purchase an additional 12.5 million shares. Each warrant has got an exercise price of around about 0.375 cents, shall we say, and it's going to expire in 5 years. The gross proceeds for the company will give them approximately $25 million. So we know the company is going to be in need of cash. In terms of the dates, key dates, the offering is expected to close around about April the 18th, subject to satisfaction of obviously all the closing conditions. In terms of the company, it is good news for the company, especially with regard to their need of cash. However, from a shareholder point of view, it's never good news, and we could also say it's never good timing in terms of people who have invested. So let's have a look at a quotation here for our metamaterials in terms of what they're going to do, and it states here they're going to use the net proceeds from the offering for working capital, in other words day-to-day cash spending, general corporate purposes, which includes but not limited to obviously future products. As well as that, they've got the Li-ion battery applications, electro-optical devices, expansion of manufacturing facilities, as well as general admin and requirements as well. So and finally, I think going forward, this is certainly probably going to give good opportunities also for swing trading. But metamaterials, in my opinion, I've also always said, I think this is a long-term play, and this is obviously again a good opportunity to buy in at a dip, but it's still a possibility it could go down further. But long-term, definitely have strong conviction and belief in the company. So before we move on to MMTLP, quick reminder in terms of one of the earlier posts from George Paldekaris. So this was in response to a question from Nguyen, who stated, so what's the plan for staying compliant? And what George stated here is revenue, strategic partnerships, cost efficiencies, hiring and paying performance, non-dilutive capital, so that's not quite true right now. Poison pill, relentless work, revenue, plenty of time to get in compliance, but our bar is set a lot higher than that. Thank you for the support and patience. So I think it is now time to have action rather than words. I think these are great promises from George. As far as investors are concerned, I think they're probably lucky to have probably the best and most patient investors, certainly of a company who still have strong conviction in the play. But going forward, I do expect some positive news, and I hope that can certainly be delivered. Now I'd like to give a shout out to Busy Brands with regard to MMTLP. So let's have a look at the post, and he states here, here's the video that will be displayed on the mobile billboard truck around Washington DC area on Monday the 17th and also Wednesday the 19th, so upcoming this week. So first of all, on this video, it's going to share the following words. Have you heard of MMTLP? We're looking at cartels, robbing hard-work Americans of the 401s, IRAs, pension, college funds, savings, and much, much more. The video is also going to say that MMTLP is bigger than SVB, FTX, and Madoff combined. So 100% agree with that. I also was going to share information with regard to the SEC and FINRA who knew and trapped retail investors for 129 days and counting, and certainly the Freedom of Information Act emails was strong circumstantial evidence confirming this. What I'd now like to look at is the Financial Services Committee website, and this is an important press release that was shared on April the 11th, 2023, but this is important because it's with regard to an extraordinary event taking place Tuesday, April the 18th, 2023, so just 2 days away at time of editing. So let's have a look at the details of this press release. So there is going to be a full committee hearing on oversight of the SEC. So obviously we're going to have the chairman of the House Financial Services Committee, Patrick Henry, announcing the following hearing. So that's going to take place at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So if we have a look at the tweet on the right hand side, it says the new chairman, Patrick McHenry, announces a full committee hearing to conduct oversight of the SEC with Chair Gary Gensler. So this is certainly going to be very, very interesting. So let's have a look, some reactions and opinions on this. So shout out here first of all to Steve, who's tagged in Warren Davidson. Let's first of all have a look at Warren Davidson's post. He says, to correct a long series of abuses, I'm introducing legislation that removes the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission and replaces the role of the executive director that reports to the board. And obviously where the chairs of the SEC are ineligible. So what Steve has said is looking forward to 18th of April to be another extraordinary event in that hard questions on market misconduct will hopefully get answered. So let's wait and see. But one other thing I'd like to share with you is with regard to Warren Davidson. If you have a look at post here from 60A99319, he's shared here the 22 representatives who voted against the Short Sale Transparency and Market Fairness Act, and unfortunately Warren Davidson is on here. So I certainly hope Warren Davidson, who is conducting this meeting and also participating in the meeting, has certainly had a change of heart. Finally, I'd like to finish off by giving a quick shout out to last week's weekly watch list. So this is shared exclusively with Discord members prior to trading on the Monday. So let's have a look at some of the stocks that we called out. We called out LMDX, that was up 25% on the week, and also great chance on Friday to also get a 33% return. OCX was also on our list, that was up 6.2% on the week. We knew there was potentially good news for ticker symbol X, State Seal, and that was up just about approximately 3.5%. SEAC, that was also called with regard to positive results. That was up 11.6% on the week. We also looked at CSSE, that was up 2.6% on the week. Patty was a stock that we identified with increased insider buying, especially with some of the data that we shared, and that was up 13.5% on the week. GFI was a great call in the week, and that was also previous week was a great success. This week that was up approximately 41.6%. TRKA, we're also watching that. I think that was down 10% on the week, but not all calls are successful, but there were opportunities to get returns of 11%, with swing trading as well. SOUN, that had a great result last week, so continue to watch. It was down 6%, but also up Monday to Tuesday 20% if you were to take profits. And finally, TEL was another stock that we called. I think that was down 5%, but there was great news with regard to a $1 billion deal. So if you'd like to get the next weekly watch list, you can certainly join us in our Discord. Details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.